Good evening, baseball fans. We are here live on Table Rock Sports Net here at Harry and David Field in great, beautiful Medford, Oregon. We are here for the Coach K Memorial Classic, honoring the late, great Medford Mustangs coach, Sandy Kensinger. We are here for your Lithia Superstore Game of the Night with your Medford Mustangs taking on Lydo's Lab out of Willamette, Oregon. Medford so far is 1-0 in the tournament, winning their first game last night 10-0 against the Reno Knights, team that Lydo just took on and lost 8-3. It was a rough game for them, hitting into 3 double plays, just 5 hits for them in that game between 5 different players. Medford, though, looking to go 2-0 and finish their week an impressive 4-0 after a doubleheader win against the Southwest Knights on Monday, and then a win yesterday as well. So looking to end the week 4-0, perfect, and win 2 more games to end the weekend here. I am Dylan Foster here on the mic, along with Joseph Brett on the camera, doing some color commentary as well. So let's go to the quick starting lineups as we get ready to start this game. For Lydo, it will be Colin Fierro, Finn Chambers, and Brady Berry at the top 3. 4 through 6 will be James Collier, Kellen Bowman, and Gino Humphrey. And then rounding out the lineup will be Luke Lucas as the designated hitter, Nate Bassett, and Christian Corba. The starting pitcher will be number 34, Kevin Carrier. Carrier, an Oregon commit, class of 2027 at Forest Grove High School. Meanwhile, for your Medford Mustangs, it'll be Cade Pedersen in center field, Brady Patterson catching, Sean McFall at third, Blake Patro at first, Easton Douglas is the designated hitter, Morgan Austin at shortstop, Mason Snowpool in left, Freeman Roundtree in right, Ryan McFall at second, and Dom Diffron pitching tonight. One of the things that players will have to contend with tonight is the smoke from the East Evans Creek fire. The smoke has started to recede a little bit during the last game with Lydo's Lab. They were in the 200s at one point in the very unhealthy category. It's dropped back now to 169, so still in that unhealthy category, but it has gotten a little bit better, so players won't have to deal with that as much. But it is something that the players will have to continue to deal with the next couple days, mainly Medford. Lydo, this is their only day here at the tournament. But for Medford, they'll play one more game tomorrow as well as a game on Sunday. Their game tomorrow will be at 7 o'clock here on Table Rock Sports as well against the Salem WellCare Dodgers, followed by a game on Sunday against Southern Oregon Baseball at 11:30 a.m. All right, well, the coaches are meeting with the umpires right now. We are going to take a quick minute break, and we'll be right back right after this.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
We are back here on Table Rock Sportsnet for your Lithia Superstore game of the night. Your Medford Mustangs have just taken the field in the annual Coach K Memorial Classic, of course honoring the late, great Sandy Kensinger, the former coach of the Mustangs, who won 758 games during his time here with Medford, including 7 state titles, 3 Legion World Series appearances, including 2 runner-up spots in 1997 and 2009. The program now currently headed up by John King, as well as Kevin Schaefer, Brett Wolf, and Johnny King. As for Lydo's Lab, they're, of course, looking to bounce back after their last game, which was a rough one, only scoring 3 runs to Reno's 8, just the 5 hits like I mentioned previously. They had 3 double plays, including an interference call in the 4th that cost them what would have been their first run of the game. So just really not doing themselves any favors in the last game to give them the needed runs to try and battle back in that one. We're looking to grab 1 game before they move on to Arizona later next week. Meanwhile, on the mound tonight for the Mustangs, Dom Daffron, 7th start of the season. He is the team leader in innings pitched at 35 2/3 of an inning, sporting just a 4.98 ERA, along with 26 strikeouts so far. Into the box first tonight for the Lydo's Lab Rats, Colin Fierro, the shortstop. Fierro just finished up his junior year at Newport High School and will be playing shortstop tonight for Lydo's. And the first pitch is a ball low. But he comes right back with a strike on the inside corner. Two and one now. Daffron looking to get to that 30 strikeout mark. Just needs 4 tonight. Ball into the right center gap, and that will get down and by the center fielder. No play at second. Double off the bat for Colin Fierro. And that is what Lydo's needed last game that they just could not manufacture at all. So a good start here, a much needed start here for the Lab Rats. Next up will be Finn Chambers, the center fielder. Chambers, also one of the many right-handed pitchers on this roster, adding to the depth here for the Lab Rats. And he will watch ball 1 outside. Daffron delivers. And gets the off speed for strike 1. Daffron, although the team leader in innings pitched, has struggled this year, just 1-6 so far in 9 games played. And the 1-1. On the ground, under shortstop. It's glove. And it will be runners on the corner now for Lydos. Morgan Austin just not getting his glove low enough on that one to snag that for the backhanded play. That's a play that the Mustangs need to get to avoid some major bleeding here in the first inning. In the 3-hole tonight, Brady Berry, the third baseman. That will be strike one. Barry was just one of 5 guys in the last game to get a hit for the Lab Brats. And that'll be strike 2. Daffron's first shot tonight at a strikeout, needing it here with runners on the corner. Fouled off. Barry just finishing his junior year at Willamette High School. A lot of this team is going into their senior years at their respective high schools, so a lot of age on this team helping them out. High and inside for ball 1. And the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away, out of play. One of Daffron's strengths, though, is that he has issued very few walks compared to how many innings he's pitched. Just 11 so far. That's the least on the team compared to their top 3 starters. He just has struggled allowing a lot of hits. 57 allowed this year. But it will not be one there. That is strike 3. That's his first strikeout of the game. 27th on the season for him, and a much-needed out with runners on the corner.
Yeah, you look at the strikeout to innings pitched ratio here. He doesn't have a very high K to innings pitched ratio compared to everybody else on the team. You see guys like Robertson. He's thrown 24 innings, 24 strikeouts. Pedersen, he's 35 innings, 39 strikeouts. So not getting a lot of strikeouts, but he does induce a lot of ground ball outs from what I have been able to see this season.
And strike 1. And Joseph, another guy too, is Jake Lewis, the South Medford senior who's graduating next year. He graduated this year, excuse me. But yeah, he's had 40 strikeouts so far this year in just 29 innings pitched. So he's been really efficient on the bump.
Yeah, he had 10, 11 in the last game for 12 strikeouts in his last start for the Mustangs. And that's pretty typical of him when he gets up there on the bump.
Daffron battling here, trying to get his second strikeout of the inning, trying to avoid any damage here off the rip for the Mustangs.
I'm really surprised here with runners on the corners that Lydos is not attempted to steal second, try to make something happen with the way their bats were working in their last game. You'd think they'd really try to be aggressive on the base paths and try to get some extra runners into scoring position, but being really patient over there at first base.
Want anything to avoid the double play after hitting into 3 the last game, which I realized one of those was an interference call, so if that hadn't happened, it would have just been the 2 double plays, but anything to avoid a double play and not allow them to score this inning. Fouled off again. We will see another 1-2 pitch. One, 2 to Barry. Just high, 2-2. Daffron shaking his head, hoping to get that call. And the 2-2. Strike 3. See you later. That's 2 outs now. 2 strikeouts this inning for Daffron. Trying to get a third one now. Get out of the inning clean. Big strikeout there for Daffron. Second baseman Kellen Bowman taking ball 1 there. Bowman, one of 3 University of Portland commits on the team. He just finished his junior year at South Salem. One. Fouled, out of play. Well, it is a 1-2 count. Runner still on the corner. Can Daffron battle back and get 3 strikeouts to end the inning? It would be a huge win here for Daffron to get out of this inning with no damage done. One-two pitch. Just off the outside corner. Daffron trying to test the ump's strike zone, and he's not giving him anything. 2-2, 2 outs, and the delivery. Low and outside.
Same spot. Didn't miss by much, but just about a ball out off the black of the plate.
And the payoff pitch with 2 outs. Out to left field. And it's dropped by left fielder Snopel, and that will score 2. Costly error there for the Mustangs, allowing 2 to score in the first inning for the Lab Rats. And now Bowman's on second, another runner in scoring position, allowing Lydo to possibly score 3 this year with just a hit to the outfield. And Daffron delivers. Gets it. Strike 1. In the box now is Gino Humphrey, the left fielder out of South Eugene High School. Another player who just wrapped up his junior year will be going into his final year of high school ball. Grounded to the second baseman. Bobbled, but can he get it? Yes, he does. A huge out there for the Mustangs. Way to stick with it on that one, and they will get out with just 2 runs of damage, but costly this early on with the error. We will take a quick minute break and be right back after this.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
We are back here on TableRotSports.net here at Harry and David Field for your Lithia Superstore game of the night. Lydo's Lab has just taken the field, and this will be the alignment. In the infield, James Collier, Kellen Bowman will be on the right side of the field. Left side of the field will be Brady Berry at third and Colin Fierro at shortstop. The outfield will go Gino Humphrey in left, Colin Fierro in center, and Christian Corbett in right field. Behind the dish, Nate Bassett, and pitcher Oregon commit Kevin Carrieri. Meanwhile, starting off the game in the box for your Mustangs, Cade Pedersen in center field tonight. Too early for Pedersen. Pedersen just one of two guys with an on-base percentage over 500. However, Pedersen does also lead the team with 24 strikeouts. And that will be 25 right there. Not the start the Mustangs wanted after going down 2-0 on their end of the first inning. Next up will be the catcher, Brady Patterson. Patterson hitting .313 so far this season. Swings and misses at strike one.
That's some pretty nasty movement there.
Carrieri outside for ball one. Carrieri, along with being the only left-handed pitcher on the team, plays a little bit of first, plays a little bit of outfield, and he will be going into his senior year at Forest Grove. High and outside, ball two. Outside for ball three. And the delivery. Fouled off and out of play. Count is full now. Patterson looking at 13 walks on the season, 8 strikeouts. 26 hits, looking to get another one here, looking to get a guy on base here for the Mustangs, hoping to make some damage eventually. Payoff pitch. Looking, strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts for the Oregon commit to start the inning here for Lydo's Lab. Sean McFall here now in the 3 spot. McFall, the team leader in hits this year with 46. Loops it out to right field. And that will be caught to end the inning. A quick 1-2-3 here for Lydo's Lab. Great start here for them. Much different than last game. It is 2-0 on your John L. Scott scoreboard. We will take a quick minute break and be right back right after this.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game
and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes, people like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
We are back here on Table Rock Sports for the second inning tonight of your Lithia Superstore Game of the Night here at Harry and David Field in beautiful Medford, Oregon. The designated hitter, Luke Lucas, will start this inning. We will then have Nate Bassett, the catcher, and Christian Corba, the 7, 8, 9 guys. Daffron gets strike one to start the inning. Back-to-back strikes to start. A big start here for Daffron, looking to avoid any more damage in this second inning. Grounder to the shortstop. Bobbled again. And picked there by Petro at first. A huge play. Much needed out there for the Mustangs. In the box now, number 99, Nate Bassett, the catcher tonight for Lydo's Lab, and that will be strike one. Fouled off 0-2. Pitch to Bassett. In the dirt, 1-2. One-two to Bassett. Lined out to left field. And that will be foul. Huge break there for the Mustangs. That would have been an easy double for Bassett. One-two to Bassett. Fouled off again. We will see another pitch. After a quick 5 pitches, nothing but strikes, 1 out. It's been a battle here to get Bassett out of the box. Fouled off again. Bassett not going away quietly, trying to keep Lydos on the offensive side of the ball, trying to get them more runs. Get on base, try to get something started. 1-2. Looped out to shallow center. And that will be out number 2 for the Mustangs. Number 9 hitter, Christian Corba. Playing right field today for the Lab Rats. In the dirt, ball 1. Corba was one of the 5 guys to get a hit last inning. Came in, pinch hit, got an RBI, and got another one due to an error by the Reno Knights. 2-0 now. To Corba. Swing and a miss. 2-1 count now. Says he did not go. 3-1 count. In the dirt, ball 4, and we will go back to the top of the lineup for Lydo's Lab.
Shortstop, number 3.
Shortstop, Colin Fierro coming back to the plate. Grounded foul.
Might be worthy of noting for Daffrin, that's already pitched 44 here in the ball game. If he doesn't get an out here, we're going to be seeing some work down in the Mustangs bullpen early in this ball game.
Yeah, pitch 45 there in the dirt, 1-1 count. With the Mustangs still having 2 games to go, the last thing they want is to have to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys into their bullpen to get through this game tonight. In the dirt there, 2-1 count now. Two one to the shortstop. And cracked out to center field. And that will end the inning there, leaving the score 2-0 on your John L. Scott scoreboard. Mustangs due up after this 60-second break.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning staff.
We are back here in Medford on Table Rock Sports here at Harry and David Field. The 4, 5, 6 hitters will be due up this inning for your Medford Mustangs. That will be Blake Petro, Easton Douglas, and Morgan Austin. Petro getting ready to enter his junior year at Cascade Christian, one of the stars for that team. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. And inside for ball 2. Petro is just one of a few guys on this team to have a home run this season with 2 so far, 37 RBIs. And launched out into right center. That will get down and he will hold at first for a single. That is Patro's 40th hit of the season, increasing his already high batting average of .419. Next up is the designated hitter, Easton Douglas. Take strike one on the outside corner. Carry area 0-1. Nicks the outside corner again, 0-2 now to Douglas. Just foul down the third base line. For Douglas, this is his 101st at-bat of the season. So far, 33 hits this year. Just around that perfect 330 average. In the dirt for ball one. Good block there by Bassett to keep Petro at first. 1-2 to Douglas. Off the edge of his bat for a foul ball. Nails Bassett, though. Bassett in some pain, trying to walk that off. Watches strike three, on the inside corner. That will be the first out here for Lydo's Lab. And one thing that Carrieri does not have to worry about on the mound right now is Petro running. He has not stolen a base all season. Still looking for that first one. But it gives him a little bit more breathing room on the mound, not really having to worry about Petro stealing. In the box now, Morgan Austin taking strike one there. Inside, 1-1 count. Austin just finished his senior year at Crater High School. One to Douglas.
What? Holy cow. He did not bring it.
The ump said he went. That's a 1-2 count now. Morgan Austin looking to extend the inning. Tips it off the end of the bat. Out at second. But Austin gets to first. That's a good battle there by Austin. Get the bat on the ball, but sadly it does them no good. Getting Petro out at second base. Now up, left fielder Mason Snopel, looking to make up a little bit for the mistake in left field that allowed those 2 runs to score in the first inning for Lydo's Lab. Grounded down the third base line. And bobbled at first base by Collier, allowing this inning to stay alive. One of the things that really benefited the Mustangs last night in their game against the Reno Knights was a couple crucial errors by the Knights in the first inning that allowed them to score 4 extra runs. So that error there, the Mustangs looking to take advantage of now. Freeman Roundtree now in the box for the Mustangs, the right fielder. Former Ashland grad, playing at Lassen Community College now. Just outside for ball one. Roundtree, this is just his 15th game in the field. 11 hits on the season. Grounds it to the second baseman. And that will be out number 3. Lydo's Lab escapes any damage in that one, even with the error. Well, after 2, Lydo's Lab, 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. Mustangs still at 0 with 1 hit and 1 error on your John L. Scott scoreboard. We are going to take a quick 60-second break, and we'll be right back here at Harry and David Field.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Top of the third here in your Lithia Superstore game of the night. Your Medford Mustangs taking on the Lydo's Lab Lab Rats. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters for Lydo's Lab. Finn Chambers, the center fielder, starting it off. Off speed just inside, for ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Swing, 1-1 count. Chambers, a Ridgeview High School junior, just finished his junior year. He'll enter his senior year next year, final year high school ball. One of the right-handed pitchers on this team that also plays some outfield like this game. 1-2 count now. Fouled off again. Chambers not going away quietly in a pitcher's count. And fouled off again. That will fall out of play.
For Daffrin, starting this at bat 0-2. He's now thrown a ball and had 3 fouled off. That's not what you're looking for when you've already crossed the 50 pitch mark here. Averaged just under 25 for the first 2 innings. He's wanting to have a quick inning here if he's going to want to stay out on the bump for very long, as that's now 53 in the ball game.
Yeah, but John King and pitching coach Brett Wolf not having anybody in the bullpen down there. That'll be inside. Count will go full.
Yeah, I don't think anybody gets work until he's up in the mid-70s range. He's still got some time, but if it keeps going the way that it is so far, we're looking at about the...
And swing and a miss. Daffron wins that battle.
About the third, maybe fourth inning where we start getting action down there.
Third baseman, number 25, Brady Berry.
Brady Berry, the third baseman, coming back to the plate for his second at bat at the game. Looking at strike one. And the 0-1 pitch to Berry. Swing and a miss at strike two. So back-to-back batters with 0-2 counts. Can Daffron get out of this one much quicker than he did with Chambers? 0-2 pitch. High and inside, 1-2 count now. And nails him in the back. That's a big loss there for Roundtree after being up 0-2 to give a free base there to Berry. With the cleanup man, James Collier, coming to the plate.
Baseman, number 13, James Collier.
Collier entering his senior year at Silverton High School. He's one of 3 University of Portland commits, one of 6 college commits on this team for Lydo's Lab. Take strike one there. High and inside there, 1-1 count.
Daffron needs a little pitcher's best friend, 6-4-3 double play to get out of this here.
Yeah, one of those double plays that Lydos was hitting into all too often last game, it seemed like. Medford could use in a big way right now on the defensive end to get out of this inning and to keep Daffron from going any higher on his pitch count in just the third inning. Snags the inside corner there. Strike two, 1-2 count. Daffron trying to hit the inside and outside corners, getting some of the calls, not getting other ones, just missing by fractions. Fouled off there, remains 1-2.
Yeah, you could tell that Collier didn't necessarily agree with the home plate umpire there on that inside pitch. He's seen it called a ball a couple times already in this ball game. That one looked pretty close to some previous pitches. Might have to agree with him.
Yeah, there's been some frustration, I think, from both pitchers and both teams in the batter's box that close calls aren't going their way. Fouled off again. This at bat seeming very reminiscent of the Finn Chambers at bat this inning. 1-2 count, multiple foul balls, continuing to creep that pitch count up. Past 60, inching towards 70. Inside again, 2-2 count.
To Daffron's credit, though, he's got no earned runs so far in this ball game.
Fouled up down the first base line and out of play. Two-two pitch here to Collier. Low in the dirt. The count will go full. Daffron looking to get his 4th strikeout of the day here, make it 30 on the season. correction, that was 3-2. The count is now full. And he swings and misses. It's strike 3. Huge win there for Daffron, getting his 30th strikeout of the season. But, Joseph, that's another long at-bat for Daffron, continuing to creep his pitch count up.
Yeah, a 9-pitch at-bat there with a few foul balls. And another good start to the at-bat, getting ahead and getting out in front. Just not able to close out some of these hitters here for Lydo's Lab.
Cullen Bowman now back in the box for his second at-bat of the game. Takes 1-0. Strike on the outside corner. 1-1 count now. Flied out to left field. And that'll be the inning. Medford gets out of that one without any damage. A couple long at-bats for Daffron, but no damage, which is what the Medford Mustangs need here, down 2-0. We are going to take a quick 60-second break here on TableRockSports.net, and we'll be right back after this.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
We're back here for the bottom of the third here in your Lithia Superstore game of the night between the Medford Mustangs and the Lydo's Lab Rats. This inning will be the 9-1-2 hitters. Leading off the inning will be Ryan McFall, the second baseman. McFall, this is just his 11th game of the season, but in those 11 games, he has been extremely efficient. 8 for 16, 600 on-base percentage. He's also scored 15 runs on the season in those 10 games. 1-1 count here. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Fouled off. Count remains 1-2. McFall just finished up his sophomore year at Eagle Point High School. Fouled off again, almost nailing the Lydo's Lab players in their dugout. A little bit of proof that you always have to keep your eye on the ball when you're on the field. Never know where the ball is going to go at any moment. McFall looking to increase that sky-high batting average even more and get somebody on the field here. Can he beat out the throw? He cannot. Picked at first by Collier. A big play there to keep the speedy McFall from getting on to start the inning. We'll go back to the top of the lineup now. Cade Pedersen. Outside for ball one. Pedersen coming off an incredible game last night, where he threw 5 scoreless innings against the Reno Knights. Take strike one there. Pedersen improving to 6-1 on the season on the mound with that win last night. Fouls off. Almost nails his own team right there. One-two pitch to Pedersen. And takes strike 3 on the outside corner. That will be out number 2. In the box now, Brady Patterson, catcher tonight. Takes ball one there. Carrieri in just 2 2/3 tonight, already up to 4 strikeouts on the night. Patterson takes ball 2 just low. And the delivery. Off speed sneaks in there for strike 1. Two-one pitch. Off speed again, this time just low though. Medford still looking to just get their second hit of the game, just to get somebody on base, extend this inning. But it will not be just yet. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Carrieri looking at a possible 5th strikeout of the game. Meanwhile, Patterson is looking to just get on and extend the inning. And that is what he'll do. Takes ball 4 there to bring up a meaty part of the lineup.
Third baseman, number 18.
Sean McFall will be next with Blake Petro on deck. Fouled off for strike 1 there by McFall. McFall just a few hits away from breaking that 50 hit mark on the season, just ahead of the state tournament next week. Throws down to second, and he will get there in time under the tag. Big steal there for Brady Patterson. That will be his 11th stolen base of the year, tying him for first on the team with fellow teammates Mason Snowple and Keegan Painter. Fouled off there for strike 2. McFall with 31 RBIs on the season. Would love to make it 32 in this situation and put a run on the board for the Mustangs. In the dirt, 2-2 now. 2-2. In the dirt. That will bring the count full with 2 outs. Ball gets away there a bit, but not enough to allow Patterson to try and steal third. McFall, full count. Petro waits on deck, hoping to get an at-bat this inning to try and help the Mustangs crack into this deficit. Bouncing ball to the shortstop. Tries to make a play. McFall outruns it. Bounces out of Collier's glove at first base. Colin Fierro there taking an extra step there before throwing it, allowing McFall to get there in plenty of time. And we will see a mound visit now with runners on the corner and 2 outs here. This could be Medford's inning. Medford's needed inning just to even get a run here to crack into this deficit. John King talking to his guys here. Joe, one thing we saw last night, we saw earlier this week in their doubleheader on Monday, was the perfect use of the hit and run.
Yeah, they did a really good job of utilizing it at the right times. The Mustangs, the team, if you're a coach on the other side, you got to keep your eye on them. They're a smart baseball team. They got really good coaching in the dugout, and they're aggressive on the bases. They will do things, we saw it last night with a guy like McFall. You expect him to get up there and give a good hack at the baseball and try to put something in a gap or down the line, and they come up and they surprise you with the bunt. So I think Coach might know that over here for Lydos, and so he comes out and has a talk with his team and says, hey, these are a couple of different scenarios that could come up. There's 2 outs, but expect anything here.
Petro fouls off strike number 1. Outside, 1-1 count. And like you said, McFall is one of those guys. He's got the speed. He only has 5 stolen bases on the year, but he is not afraid to steal, and he has all the ability in the world to steal, getting a second runner into scoring position here for Medford. 1-1 pitch, and he throws back to first, keeping McFall as close as he can to first. But, Joe, the danger you run into in this situation doing that is if there's any mistake, you're not only allowing McFall to move up, but you're allowing Medford to score on an error. Back up the middle and through the gap, Medford cracks the goose egg, puts one on the board, and extends this inning to try and crack into this deficit even more, tie this game up, maybe even take the lead here in the bottom of the third. Easton Douglas, the designated hitter, back to the plate. Called strike 1. Carrieri 0-1. And it hits him on the hand, but are they going to call it a strike? Oh, they're saying it hit the knob of the bat, so it'll be strike 2. 0-2 count now to Douglas. Carrieri delivers. Fouled off. Douglas battling, trying to keep this inning going for John King and the Mustangs. Carrieri delivers. And he swings at strike 3. Bassett holds on to it. That will be the end of the inning. But Medford cracks into the deficit a little bit, makes it 2-1, adds another hit to the board, and rattles carry area a little bit, ups that pitch count, tries to get some movement going. Lydos does have some players in the bullpen, so we'll see how much longer carry area stays in the game. We are going to take a quick 60-second break and be right back after this.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Top of the fourth inning here in your Lithia Superstore game of the night between the Medford Mustangs and Lydo's Lab Rats. If you're just joining us, the Medford Mustangs cracked into that 2-0 deficit last inning, getting Brady Patterson across the plate for their first run of the game. Freeman Roundtree with already 4 strikeouts tonight, looking to help his cause even more. Add to that total and keep Lydo's Lab off the board from any more damage against the Mustangs. Back up the middle.
Designated hitter number 23, Lucas.
Daffron delivers. Back up the middle again. Behind the plate, doesn't get the out at second. So they will get the out at first, but fail to get the out at second. So Humphrey will advance, but Lucas will get out. That was a needed double play there, and Medford just makes a slight mistake there. Bassett loops it out to center. And Pedersen comes down with it.
Right fielder, number 5, Christian Corba.
Daffron a couple quick outs here, looking to make it the third of the inning and get out of this inning without any more damage done. Christian Corba takes the first pitch for a ball. Gets the swing and miss, one count. Grounded to Austin at short and gets the long throw across the diamond for the final out of the inning. Medford avoids any more damage done, keeps the ball game at 2-1 on your John L. Scott scoreboard. We are going to take a quick 60-second break, and we'll be back for the bottom half of the inning right after this.
123 right now at Abby's. Abby's BLT celebration is on. 1. Grab a large for under $20. 2. Go giant and get 50% more pizza. 3. Sauce it up with our new signature sauces. Now that's legendary. Our BLT pizza is loaded with 2 kinds of bacon, fresh lettuce, juicy tomatoes, and real cheese, all on our hand-rolled dough. Celebrate birthdays, graduations, and sports parties for less with our BLT. It's as easy as ABC. Order now at abbys.com.
Prices at the pump are up. But at Lippert's, prices are at record lows, and we're giving you something extra this summer. Waterproof click flooring, just $1.99 a square foot. Designer tile, $2.99. Carpet, an amazing 99 cents. And you get a free gas card with flooring purchase. That's right, a free gas card with your flooring purchase. Time to pump up the savings on your next project at Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
We're back here on TableRotSports.net for your Lithia Superstore game of the night between the Lydo Lab Rats and your Medford Mustangs. Joe, one of the things we were just talking about in between the break is the pitch count difference between Carrieri and Daffron. Daffron significantly higher on the pitch count.
Yeah, he's up there a little bit compared to Carrieri. Carrieri getting a little help from the Mustangs. The arm slot and the way the ball comes across for the right-handed hitters from the outside back in. For the left-handed hitters, that ball almost always is moving away. It's not necessarily the type of pitch that you see all the time out here. So they're struggling a little bit with it, but you saw in that last inning, they're starting to make more contact, putting the ball in play a little bit more. So they're starting to figure it out. And for Daffron, a 7-pitch inning in that last inning, that really helps him out. That earns him a guaranteed another inning. Still no work out in the Mustangs bullpen, so we're pretty sure we're going to see him come back out for one more at least.
Yeah, and John King and Brett Wolf, they're trusting their guy right now. He had a little bit of a rocky first inning. We mentioned in the second inning he had those couple long at-bats but managed to get out of it without any damage. So looking like they're going to stick with Daffron for right now, especially with 2 more games coming up the next couple days, trying to conserve their arms, save as many guys as possible. Morgan Austin fouls off the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 count now. Carrieri delivers. Looped into right field, and that will get down for a fair ball. Austin rounding first, hustling for second, and he will get in standing up. Huge start to the inning for the Mustangs. And the Mustangs are fired up in the dugout. First extra base hit of the game for the Mustangs, and couldn't come at a more important time. And that will spark a mound visit. The Lab Rats have one reliever in the bullpen right now. It's number 44, Mason Christian, a right-handed pitcher, going into his senior year at Willamette High School.
Yep. He played for the Medford A?
So we have a lot coming up here on Table Rock Sports. We've got 2 games coming up tomorrow and Sunday. Next week, we'll then start the state tournament. And then in early August, we will have the regional tournament hosted here by the Medford Mustangs. So lots of action here. We will bring you all those games, of course. Next to the plate, 6-hole hitter Mason Snopel. Drops down a great bunt down the first base line. Nobody is at first base. That's a great bunt there by Snopel.
Back-to-back nights for the Mustangs with a bunt single.
And Snopel's one of those tricky guys that could do it at any minute. He did it earlier this week, and their doubleheader on Monday. Does it again tonight. Just one of those guys that he has the speed. So if the opposing team doesn't make that perfect play on it, and if he's able to lay down the perfect bunt, it's a huge advantage to him. And they drop down another bunt right down the first base line. That'll score one. Freeman Roundtree not able to run that one out, though, but gets the run, ties the ball game. That is exactly what John King's squad wants to see right here.
Beautiful job there by the Mustangs. Back-to-back bunts, get the squeeze there to tie the ball game up. You don't care if you get out there. If you get the run in, the job's done. You've taken care of business. And, I love seeing that. At this level of baseball, you don't see the small ball utilized as often as it probably should be.
One, it's proof that small ball can still win games.
It's definitely an important part of the ball game. There's a lot of situations, I see covering games where, teams could really utilize the small ball to get runners into scoring position, utilize the squeeze in certain scenarios, and you just don't see it happen all too often. The Mustangs doing a great job there.
That's a loop into right, and that will get down for Ryan McFall. So runners on the corner now. McFall, once again, proving that although he doesn't play a lot, when he does play, he is consistent and he is going to get on base. That's his 9th hit of the season. Now there's runners at the corner for the Mustangs. And who better to come to the plate for them than their leadoff man, Cade Pedersen. And Pedersen drops down a bunt down the first base line again. And once again, they're able to do the same thing that Roundtree was able to do, put one more on the board. Pedersen gets the sac bunt. Next up will be the catcher, Brady Patterson, for his 3rd at-bat of the game. Looking to extend their lead now. Mustangs now up 3-2, looking to make it 4-2 here. Swing and a miss at strike one. Carrier delivers the 0-1. Foul down the first base line. Be 0-2. Carrier just looking to get out of this inning, trying to complete the 4th inning. Mason Christian still down in the Lab Rats bullpen, warming up. Carrier 0-2. And Patterson's able to loop it out to center, and that will be caught for the final out of the inning. Big out there for Carrier to end the inning and end the bleeding there. So at the end of 4, Mustangs take the lead, 3-2. Mustangs now up to 6 hits on your John L. Scott scoreboard. We are going to take a quick 60-second break, and we'll be back for the top of the 5th right after this.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
We're back for the top of the fifth here on TableRotSports.net. Dylan Foster alongside just Brett on the camera and doing a little bit of color commentary for me tonight. Mustangs are up 3-2 now after a couple sack bunt scores in the last inning to take the lead. Now Lydo's Lab looking to get back on top after dropping their first in this doubleheader today against the Reno Knights. Looking to grab one win before they go to Arizona next week. Daffron's 80th pitch of the outing will be a strike. Fierro lifts it into shallow left center. And Austin's there to make the play for out number one. Quick two-pitch out there for Daffron, exactly what he needs to keep this outing going.
Well, you know, we've been talking about that pitch count. He has another quick inning here. I'm pretty sure we're going to see him maybe one more time. You know, it's a 3-2 ball game. He's thrown now 82 pitches, and to his credit, he hasn't given up an earned run yet.
Yeah, because both those runs in the first inning were off of that error in left field by Snopel. And Chambers will take strike two there looking. The Mustangs are starting to warm their bullpen up a little bit, so Daffron's leash is starting to shrink. The 0-2 pitch high for ball one. But like you said, Joseph, if he can get out of this inning quickly, I don't see why John King and Brett Wolf wouldn't leave him in or at least test the waters on a sixth inning. Up the middle, and that will be a base hit for Finn Chambers, the center fielder. Coming to the plate now will be Brady Berry. One of a couple jack-of-all-trades on the team, couple utility guys, him and fellow teammate Kellen Bowman. And he loops that down the right field line. That will drop in for a base hit. He bolts for two, and he will get in standing up. Two runners in scoring position now for Lydo's Lab as they look to take the lead back from the Mustangs with one out in the top of the fifth.
First baseman, number 13, James Collier.
And we are going to see a pinch hitter for Lydo's Lab, but first we are going to see a mound visit for the Mustangs. Pitching coach Brett Wolf talking to his guys as Daffron surpasses the 80 pitch mark, now creeping towards the 90 pitch mark. Action down in their bullpen. So Joe, Daffron's leash is definitely probably the end of this inning if he can get out of it cleanly at this point.
Yeah, they're giving up the two hits back to back there. Kind of puts them in a scenario where it's now or never, get out of the inning, and then we're definitely going to see somebody else come in the sixth, or excuse me, in the
Yeah, in the sixth.
In the sixth, if he can get out of it here. But he's got some work to do with runners at second and third. We'll bring the entire infield in. Nope, just the corners.
Just the corners in. And batting here for the first baseman, James Collier, will be Kai Leenders. Just finished his junior year at Tualatin High School. And the 0 pitch. Daffron almost falls off the mound on that one, low in the dirt for ball 1. Daffron, though, has proven himself today to get out of tricky situations. A couple long ABs in the second inning. Able to battle out of the first inning without too much damage done. Looking to get probably the biggest inning of the day here if he can avoid any damage in this inning and hold on to the lead.
Jake Lewis warming up down there in the Mustangs bullpen. Number 5. Getting loose.
Two pitch to Leenders. Count will go to 3-0. With Lewis warming up, it brings a huge strikeout presence for the Mustangs to the mound. Tied for the lead on the team with 40 on the season. Daffron keeps the bat alive. 3-1 count now. Three-one pitch. Low, in the dirt, loads them up. And that will bring the second baseman, Kellen Bowman, to the plate.
Second baseman, number 24, Kellen Bowman.
Joe, these are the moments that, it proves how good you are under pressure as a pitcher. They need to get out of this inning without too much damage done. But this inning could get really ugly really fast for the Mustangs.
Yeah, if you're Daffron, I heard a coach one time, we're covering Baseball Northwest down here in Southern Oregon during the COVID days. They had to come down here to host things, and there was a minor league pitching coach, came along with them to coach one of their the teams for their showcase here. And after the game, he reminded everyone, when you're on the mound and you got the bases loaded,
that will get down the line. That's a huge hit there for Bowman, and that may clear the bases. And it will clear the bases, and Bowman will get into third standing up on a bases clearing stand-up triple. Huge hit there for Bowman to give the lead back to Lydo's lab, making it 5-3 now on their 6th hit of the night.
As I was mentioning, as a pitcher with the bases loaded there, it's got to be your favorite time to pitch. You can't be nervous. You can't be scared. You can't be worried about giving up the hit or the walk. You've got to be excited because that's your time to shine with the bases loaded and prove to everybody that you are meant to be out there on the bump. And it's kind of always stuck with me. It's something that I take to my youngsters out there on the ball field when I'm coaching. A lot of them can get really rattled when they got the bases loaded, and I remind them, like, hey, this is your time to shine. This is when you should be the most excited, the most pumped up. Don't worry about the hit. Don't worry about the walk. Go out there, give it your all, throw your best pitch, and go get the job done. Didn't quite work out for Daffron there, but
1-0 pitch from Daffron to Gino Humphrey. And you have to think, Joe, with the bases clearing triple, and now the count going to 3-0, Daffron unfortunately staring down another potential walk, that this very well could be his last batter of the game. Daffron, though, looking to try and keep the at-bat alive. 3-0 pitch. And misses high and outside for ball 4, and that will put runners back on the corner.
And it will be. I think we're going to see Jake Lewis.
Another mound visit, and that will likely do it for Daffron.
Yep, second trip to the mound there for Coach Wolf. So no matter what, he's got to take Daffron off the mound. And we'll see Jake Lewis come out of the bullpen and make the trot out of left field.
For Jake Lewis, this will be his 9th game of the season. 29 1/3 innings pitched, allowing just 17 earned runs so far. Just 11 walks compared to 40 strikeouts. 2-1 record this season. Sporting a 4.09 ERA. So for Daffron, he finishes with 4 1/3 inning. That'll bring him up to 40 innings on the season.
Yeah, they'll credit him with 4 1/3, 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 4 strikeout, 3 walks. 98 pitches, 61 of those for a strike. So 38 balls.
Yeah, definitely more balls than you want to see. He definitely struggled a little bit more these last couple innings with his command. We talked about earlier in the second inning, he had those couple really long at-bats that really drove his pitch count up. I believe we were saying it was 2 9-pitch at-bats. 18 pitches on 2 guys, that's going to damage any player's pitch count. But credit to Lydo's lab. That's huge for them. Anytime you can jack a pitcher's pitch count up like that, that's exactly what you want to do to try and get to the bullpen as fast as possible.
Well, they've got to the bullpen, but it's not going to be an easy task for Lydos Lab, as they've got Jake Lewis coming in, and he's as you've mentioned, he's a high strikeout percentage guy. 12 in his last outing for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and Lewis just finished his senior year at South Medford, somebody that you've watched closely for years, and somebody that the Panthers relied on heavily this last season.
Yeah, he was their main go-to guy, especially out of the gate. He got hurt briefly, had to take a little stint on the injured list, but it was at the right time where Jetty Robertson was coming back from an injury. He was the Panthers' main guy, and he started the season on that injured list, had an injury. So they kind of flip-flop places there as Robertson came back and Lewis got hurt, but had a terrific start to the season for the Panthers. And don't quote me on the numbers, but this is very, very close. 36 of his first 39 outs on the year were by the way of strikeout.
Well, unfortunately, his first batter right there will not be a strikeout. It will go as a run, so Lydo's Lab will increase their lead to 3 now, 6-3 ball game. On that hit there by Luke Lucas, but they will bring in a pinch runner for him. That will be Kingston Lopez. So Gino Humphrey at second, pinch runner Kingston Lopez at first, and catcher Nate Bassett will come to the plate now. As Jake Lewis looks to end this inning before any more damage can be done. Off speed over Bassett's head. The 1-0 pitch from Lewis. Cracked out to right center field, and that will get down. And that will score 1 run, 2 runs, and that will be a stand-up double for the catcher, Nate Bassett, to extend the lead here to 5 runs, make it an 8-3 ball game, and that will be their 6th run of the inning. So Lydo's Lab will bring in another pinch runner for Bassett. This time it'll be Chase Coling, who's about to enter his junior year at Sheldon High School.
Number 15, Chase Coling.
Meanwhile, for the Mustangs, they are getting their bullpen active once again. Number 10, Jedediah Robertson, just ran down there. Just finished his senior year at South Medford High School. Corbett takes the 0-1 pitch. For John King and the Mustangs, though, they are needing that strikeout prowess that Lewis brings. He needs one now more than ever, as a wild pitch allows Coling to get to third and just 90 feet for making this a 9-3 ball game. In the dirt, 2-1 count. And this game, such a flip for Lydos compared to last game. You know, last game being down 8-3, ultimately losing by that score at the end of 7 innings. Now up 8-3 and looking primed to take this game and split their doubleheader here today between the Reno Knights in Game 1 and the Medford Mustangs in Game 2. 1-2 pitch here to Corba. And he fouls that off to extend the at-bat. Another 1-2 pitch to Corba. And that will be high to make it a 2-2 count. Meanwhile, Colin Fierro, shortstop, sits on deck looking for his 4th at-bat at the game. About to go around for the 4th time in just the 5th inning, possibly. But that will be a swing and a miss for strike 3. Much needed for Jake Lewis. That'll be his 41st on the season.
Shortstop, number 3, Colin Fierro.
Colin Fierro takes strike 1 there. Oh, 1 pitch. Make it 0-2 now. Fierro, though, the 10th batter of the inning. Just proof to how long this inning has dreadfully gone for the Mustangs. Outside, 1-2 count. After a momentary sense of joy and relief, climbing back, being down 2-0 for the first 3 innings, or 2 innings, excuse me, and then being up 3-2, now they face an 8-3 deficit, fly ball down the first base line, and that will get just out of play. 1-2, 2 outs. The Mustangs desperately needing to get out of this inning. Get back in the batter's box. Fight once again to get back into this deficit. Try to win this ball game here at home. The 1-2 pitch from Lewis. Just outside for ball 2. Fierro looking to extend the inning here. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3 and the end of the inning. But not after a very long inning with lots of damage. 6 runs, like I mentioned. 10 batters they had gone through. Not the inning at all that John King and the Medford Mustangs wanted there. But they will have 3 more innings to try and crack back into that lead, get back on top of this ball game, and we will have a quick pitching change, and we will bring that to you right after this 60-second break.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning staff.
It is that time of the night. Baseball under the lights. Sun is starting to set here in Medford, Oregon for your Lithia Superstore game of the night here on TableRockSports.net. Medford Mustangs taking on the Lydo's Lab Rats. Lydo's Lab coming off a huge top of the 5th, scoring 6 runs, increasing their lead to 8-3 here in this ball game. Joseph, one of the things we talked about, though, as the Lab Rats bring in a new pitcher, number 44, Mason Christian, entering his senior year at Willamette, was just how Carrieri performed on the mound. He had the couple innings, a little bit of struggle, a little bit of pitch count troubles last inning, but overall was very dominant the first couple innings. 5 strikeouts.
5 strikeouts in 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 runs. All 3 were earned, only 1 walk. And as you mentioned, the last, couple innings, getting into a little bit of trouble. Not too much, but you could see that the Mustangs were starting to figure him out. And they were starting to put balls in play and get runners on base. And good idea by Lydo's Lab to get him out of there at 70 pitches on the evening, because I think if you leave him out there any longer, the Mustangs could very well do what Lydos just did to them and put up 5 or 6 themselves.
Exactly, and as we say, that ball's cracked into center field over the center fielder's head. McFall booking it to third, and he will slide into third. An easy triple there for the speedy McFall. And that will be triple number 6 for him on the season. McFall with more triples than the rest of his team combined. He has 6 triples, the rest of his team just a combined 4. And a big start to the inning there, putting him just 90 feet from making this an 8-4 ball game. Christian misses the first pitch there for a ball to Blake Petro, the first baseman. Petro swing and a miss there. Petro fouls away. He'll stay in the box. 1-2 now. Christian delivers. In the dirt for ball 2. John King hoping this part of the lineup that helped their team so much last night, teed up the RBIs that would ultimately lead them to a victory. And they are going to say that Petro swung on that one. Petro not happy at all with the call, and that will be a strikeout and the first out of the inning.
Designated hitter number 12, Easton Douglas. Garbage.
The home plate umpire just going right forward and making the call on that one, not even asking for help there. Petro upset on that one. One 0 count here. Make that 2-0 to Easton Douglas, the designated hitter. Christian inside. That will be ball 3. 3-0 pitch to Douglas. Takes it for strike 1. For the Mustangs, they've got Easton Douglas at the plate, Morgan Austin on deck, and left fielder Mason Snowpole in the hole. And that will be ball 4, putting runners on the corner for the Mustangs with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Shortstop, number 23, Morgan Austin. But I don't know how much of a factor it is. Because he's got like Jace Tingler on his staff and some other guys.
Christian's first pitch to and grounds it to second, and that will just, gets by the first baseman. That will score 1 and allow the runners to get to second and third. Costly error for Lydo's lab. Costly play there by Kellen Bowman. The University of Portland commit out of South Salem.
Left fielder number 32, Mason Snowball. Yeah, he was at second, yeah. Well, Ball was at third. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. So he was going to score. Yeah, he was going to score anyway.
Now with Morgan Austin on second, he's hoping his Crater teammate, Mason Snowpole, can drive him in here. As the Mustangs now trail 8-4. Snowpole bunts that one foul.
Again, the Mustangs trying to utilize the small ball. I like it.
He's done it once. John King testing out if he can do it a second time and put another run on the board and make this an 8-5 ball game. The 0-1 to Snowpole. Off the catcher's foot, and that will score another one on a wild pitch. Easton Douglas scores there on the wild pitch. Morgan Austin will now move to third, just 90 feet from home. And that will spark a mound visit by the Lab Rats. Well, Joe, not the start that Mason Christian wanted at all. After a pretty dominant start from Carriere, this is not at all what Lydo's Lab was hoping for in this fifth.
No, and to Christian's benefit, his teammates got to make plays. Multiple mistakes here by multiple players. They've got to make those easy plays. If they do, it's still an 8-3 ball game. But
well, yeah, the costly error by Kellen Bowman at second base. The throw wasn't good. First baseman wasn't able to pick it. And that's allowed this inning to stay just, one out. Runners on third. You've got a speedy guy in Snopel now at the plate who, if he can get on, is a huge threat to score.
Yeah, the ball into center field. Got to get the catch.
To the shortstop. And that'll be low in the dirt. First baseman can't pick it. And that will score Morgan Austin, making it an 8-6 ball game.
Got to keep those
Another
eyes.
Costly error.
Got to keep those eyes, if you're the first baseman, behind the glove. You can't get your head out in front when you're trying to pick the ball. And he got really extended there.
Well, and for Lydo's Lab, this is their backup first baseman, Kai Leenders, that came in.
And
Freeman Roundtree will take the first pitch for a ball.
Just letting the Mustangs right back into this ball game. There's no reason it should be 8-6 right now.
No, that should have been out number 3 right there. Because if you get the out at first before from Kellen Bowman, from second to first, that's out number 2, and that should have been out number 3 right there.
Number 4 even, because the ball in center field, if he's not coming this way instead of going backwards, he's making that catch. The play at second, 2 now at first. You've got the strikeout.
But to Leenders' point at first base, neither throw from both Fier at short and Bowman at second, neither throw has been good. They've both been at his feet where he's having to make a last-second pick. Roundtree fouls that one out, 1-1 count. So I totally agree. Leenders has got to make those plays, or at least do everything he can to keep the ball in front of him to keep runners from advancing. But to his defense, his players have got to hit him at least above the knees.
Hey, plenty of time on both plays, too.
For sure on the second, on Bowman's play. Bowman had plenty of time to take a quick second, make a good throw. To Fierro's defense, Snopel has got the speed, so he may have rushed it a little bit and hit and run there for the Knights, and Snopel will get there safe, and it's above Leenders' head. Another error for Lydo's Lab, and that will put 2 runners in scoring position. A disastrous inning here for the Lab Rats. And for Mason Christian, as a pitcher, you have to be shaking your head right now. Just thinking, I should be back on the bench, relaxing. It should be maybe an 8-4 ball game, maybe 8-5 at the absolute most. But we should be out of this inning right now. But instead, it's 8-6, 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out, and the Mustangs are about to come back to the top of the lineup. Meanwhile, you've got another speedy guy, Ryan McFall, who's at the plate now.
And, we talked about it earlier in the ball game. The Mustangs utilizing that hit and run there caused that commotion. They thought maybe we can get him at second. Nope, can't get him. He's already going to get there. Caused the wild throw to first. And just keeps things moving for the Mustangs. So the small ball, the strategic base running, good coaching by the Mustangs, keeping them in this ball game. Not just the errors. You got to credit some of the little things that the Mustangs have done so far in this game.
Ryan McFall popped to the first baseman. Almost a collision there as Kai Leanders comes down with the second out of the inning. And now, kind of the perfect situation as we come to back to the top of the lineup. Cade Pedersen hitting from the left side. We'll get to face that righty for a little bit more of a favorable matchup. Pedersen could easily tie this ball game with a ball to the outfield. Swing and a miss, strike one. Christian delivers the 0-1 pitch. Runs in on Pedersen there. It'll be 1-1. To Pedersen. Fly it out of play. Mustangs have Snopel at third, Roundtree at second, Pedersen at the plate. Down 2 here in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs. One, two. Swing and a miss. And Pedersen is frustrated. Throws his bat and helmet on the ground in anger as he ends a very positive 5th inning for the Mustangs as they cut into this deficit, now just an 8-6 ball game with 2 innings to go here at Harry and David Field in Medford. We're going to take a quick 60-second break, and we'll be right back for the top of the 6 after this.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
We're down to the final 2 innings here at Harry and David Field on a beautiful Friday night here in Medford, Oregon. Dylan Foster here on the mic along with Joseph Brett doing a little color commentary and running the camera for us tonight in your Lithia Superstore game of the day. Jake Lewis back on the mound for the Medford Mustangs, taking on the 2-3-4 hitters for Lydo's Lab. It'll be Finn Chambers, Brady Berry, and Kai Leanders. First pitch is strike to Chambers. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2. Oh-2 pitch. Fouled off, out of play. Oh-2 swing and miss. That'll be his 42nd strikeout of the season. Second on the night there for Jake Lewis. And a great start to the top of the 6th here for the Medford Mustangs. Brady Berry, the Willamette senior, playing third tonight, come back to the plate. Outside for ball 1. One-oh pitch to Berry. Out into shallow center field, and that will drop in front of Cade Pedersen. For the Lab Rats' first hit of the inning. So that will bring up first baseman Kai Leenders, who came in for James Collier. Leenders, after a rough bottom of the 5th inning for Lydo's Lab, looking to make up for it a little bit here, extend the inning, get his man 90 feet closer to home, and grow this lead for Lydo's Lab, who were up 8-3 before the bottom of the 5th, but now are just up 2 runs, 8-6 ball game here in the top of the 6th. Fouled off there. Quickly 0-2, though, for Leenders. Jake Lewis looking for his 3rd K of the night. To the short. 1 out. Double play to end the inning there. Huge 4-6-3 double play for the Medford Mustangs to keep their deficit at just 2 runs. It's an 8-6 ball game on your John L. Scott scoreboard. We're going to take a quick 60-second break, and we'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th after this.
See 1, 2, 3 right now at Abby's. Abby's BLT celebration is on. 1. Grab a large for under $20. 2. Go giant and get 50% more pizza. 3. Sauce it up with our new signature sauces. Now that's legendary. Our BLT pizza is loaded with 2 kinds of bacon, fresh lettuce, juicy tomatoes, and real cheese, all on our hand-rolled dough. Celebrate birthdays, graduations, and sports parties for less with our BLT. It's as easy as ABC. Order now at abbys.com.
Prices at the pump are up. But at Lippard's, prices are at record lows, and we're giving you something extra this summer. Waterproof click flooring, just $1.99 a square foot. Designer tile, $2.99. Carpet, an amazing 99 cents. And you get a free gas card with flooring purchase. That's right, a free gas card with your flooring purchase. Time to pump up the savings on your next project at Lippard's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Harry and David Field. Medford Mustangs trailing the Lydo's Lab Rats by 2. Ball 1 to Brady Patterson. So this inning for the Medford Mustangs, it'll be the 2-3-4 guys, Brady Patterson, Sean McFall, Blake Petro, really the perfect guys you'd want in this situation to try and get 2 runs on the board. Patterson's been super consistent. McFall inching towards the 50 hit mark. And a great hit down the line by Patterson. That will be at least 2, and they are saying ground rule double. Right fielder's saying the ball went under the fence, so that will be an easy double there for Patterson to start the inning. Back-to-back big hits for the Mustangs to start the innings. Last inning it was triple. This inning it's a double. And now the tying run comes to the plate in Sean McFall. Mason Christian facing Sean McFall here. And that will be high for ball 1. The 1-0 to McFall. Takes it for strike 1. After a brutal first inning of work for Christian, he's just looking to get out of this inning clean. And as I say that, he pelts McFall in the back, putting runners at first and second for the Mustangs, bringing Blake Petro to the plate. That is the absolute last thing you want in this situation. Now you've got 2 guys on. Go-ahead runs at the plate in Blake Petro. To make matters worse for Lydo's Lab, the Mustangs do take the lead this inning. They will be down to their final 3 outs, where the Mustangs can end it in the top of the 7th and go home victorious. Petro misses at the first pitch. John King needing his core middle of the lineup to produce right now. 0-2 though to Petro. On deck for the Mustangs is the designated hitter Easton Douglas, followed by Morgan Austin. Christian delivers. Petro puts it on the ground. 6, 4, 3.
Off the
they
bag.
say
Off the bag.
Jake just called an interference.
Okay, so the runner is out at second.
Jake had his second interference.
And originally they said that Leanders came off the bag at first, but now they're calling interference.
Was that the home plate umpire that called it?
Yes.
That was a good slide.
So
that was a good slide. That looked very routine on the slide.
So and not only so Joseph, walk me through. So then they sent Patterson back to second on that.
Yep, they send Patterson back to second. I don't necessarily agree.
So they're going to call that a double play and send Patterson back to second. So,
well, no double play. They're going to have an out at second. McFall on the slide is going to get called for interference on the throw to first.
But he didn't. They're saying he didn't get down in time.
It looked very routine to me.
Totally routine. So they arguing like.
So how many outs are there? There's 2. 2?
So in a brutal, crazy moment there for the Medford Mustangs, not only do they, and we're going to have another conversation.
What does he want? A triple play?
They said that puts it on the ground. 6-4.
Where was Patterson to begin with? He was at second. Okay.
Petro puts it on the ground.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll catch everybody up here.
It was a pretty late slide. I'm looking at the replay now.
So the first pitch to Easton Douglas will be a ball. So, yeah, Joseph, you're rewatching it right now. What are you seeing?
I'm seeing that the slide was a little bit late, but the second baseman is on the backside of the bag. McFall goes straight into the bag, and he doesn't interfere with the throw in any way. He slid straight into the bag. I think that is just not a good throw by the second baseman. He should have been popping off that bag, giving himself a good opportunity. Instead, he kind of goes forward into McFall.
Like intentionally drawing the interference.
I wouldn't even say intentionally. I would just say he didn't do his job properly. Because he was on the backside of second base receiving the ball from the shortstop. So that's just an easy step on the bag, pop, and a throw. But instead, he keeps his momentum moving forward and then makes a bad throw. I get the slide maybe was a little late, but the slide was directly at the bag, and he didn't interfere with the hand or anything.
Okay, so we'll touch more a little bit on that in a moment. 1-2 pitch here to Easton Douglas. Brady Patterson's on second. 2 outs here. Mustangs still trail 2 runs. Scores 8-6, bottom 6. 1-2 pitch. And he gets that out to right field, and they are going to say just foul. That would have been a huge, huge hit there for Easton Douglas to make it an 8-7 ball game. One-two pitch. Fouled off again. Douglas battling to keep this inning alive after pure chaos. This is back-to-back games we've seen here today with an interference call that resulted in a double play. Last game with Lydo's Lab, it went against them. This game, it's going for them. Inside, 2-2 pitch now. Mason Christian, the 2-2, looking to get out of this inning without any damage done. We will move the count full. 3-2, 2 outs, runner on second. The Crater High School duo of Morgan Austin and Mason Snopel are on deck and in the hole, eager to get in the box. And it will be ball 4. And the Mustangs have another breath of life.
Shortstop, number 23, Morgan Austin. And we got a visit.
And that will be a mound visit for the Lab Rats. Okay, so Joe, this is the whole story of this half inning of pure craziness. So, you've been watching it back and forth. So you're just saying you think he slid a little too late?
That's the only thing that could make me think that that's the reason for the interference call, is because of the late slide, and because the umpire maybe doesn't have a good view of, like some others up here in the box with us were saying, the depth of where the second baseman was compared to McFall as he's sliding in, because on the replay it doesn't look like McFall is impeding the throw in any way. He slides into the bag and the throw's over the top of him. He doesn't run into the second baseman. The second baseman's on the backside of him there. And so just the late slide in general is about the only thing that could have caused it.
But that call by the umps, absolutely deadly for the Mustangs, which should have just been 1 out, runners on the corner. So now put them in a 2-out deficit. But they are battling here. 0-1 count here now to Morgan Austin. Runners on first and second here. 1-1 count now to Austin. But if I'm John King, I'm livid, furious, any other description you can possibly think of after that call, especially in a game like this. Austin takes a look at strike 2, 1-2 count now. Mason Christian, the 1-2 delivery. Outside, makes it a 2-2 count. Morgan Austin trying to hype his team up in between pitches, get them loud in the dugout. Two to Austin. Fouls it off there.
Nope, 52.
2-2. Blooper down the first base line and gets it for out number 3. So that will be the end of the 6th inning. Want to stay with you guys for a second just to kind of walk you through the absolute chaos that just ensued here. So, runners on first and second. Ground ball in the infield to the shortstop. It's supposed to be a simple 6-4-3 double play. They get the out at second. Guy was going to be safe at first, but they called interference on the runner to second base. So not only did they call those 2 outs, but then they sent Brady Patterson back to second base. So not only did it cost them 2 vital outs, which should have just been 1, but then your runner that should have been at third just 90 feet from scoring position, facing a pitcher who has struggled a little bit with command, so a wild pitch isn't out of the book, now sends him back to second in a position where you need a hit no matter what to score. So just a terrible situation for the Mustangs. Down 2 runs here. We're now entering the 7th inning here. 8-6 on your John L. Scott scoreboard. Jake Lewis will come back to the mound for the Medford Mustangs. But for the Mustangs, you've had progress in the 5th. Unfortunately, you had some progress that was stopped by the umpires last inning, but you're on this upward trajectory. The Mustangs need now more than anything is a quick 1-2-3, get out of this, get back to the batter's box, and hopefully try to walk this thing off in the bottom of the 7th.
Now, to go back also to that interference call, I, from the very first moment, was wondering why is the home plate umpire making that call? The field ump was right on top of it. He was right on top of it. Going back looking at the replay, he's right there, doesn't take his eyes off of the plate early or anything. He has no interference, but the home plate umpire, who probably doesn't have a good look at where the depth of where McFall is and the second baseman are, just, I'm curious as to why.
Well, as I think we all are in the booth.
And on the conference between the umpires, I'm curious why.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Huge start to the inning there for Jake Lewis.
Why the field umpire, he doesn't have a conclusive reason to the home plate umpire of why there was no interference. Because you can't overturn the judgment call yourself, but if you have a better view and you can come together in agreement, then yes, you can reverse the call.
Absolutely. So Kellen Bowman strikes out to start the inning. Left fielder Geno Humphreys at the plate now. John King shifting his outfielders over to the right side of the field.
I didn't say that earlier, but John King, he went out there and came out earlier in the game and shifted the outfielders to the right side of the field, and they moved. The center fielder moved over, and King's more. He comes to a stop out there, and King moves them again further right when Humphrey came to the plate, and lo and behold, where did he put the ball? It went to McFall at second base.
Yeah, and Lydo's Labs proved here with a 2-2 count, make it 3-2. And Lydo's Labs proved that they've got guys that will hit the ball the opposite way and do it with speed on the base path. So a ball into right field, they are trying to avoid any extra base hit here. Ring him up, strike 3, looking huge back-to-back Ks here for Jake Lewis. Coming to the plate now will be Kingston Lopez, who pinch ran.
Two and a third, and that is the 5th strikeout already for Lewis.
Well, it's looking like it's going to be 6, the way that this is going. 0-2 now. Jake Lewis looking to get out unscathed. Ooh, just high. That did not miss by much. 1-2 to Kingston Lopez. Fouled off. Lopez was definitely not as ready for that inside pitch, throwing his back leg out. 1-2 again. Swing and a miss. 3 straight strikeouts for Jake Lewis.
6 of the last 8 that he's faced.
So 6 strikeouts in his outing tonight if the game ends here in the 7th inning. We're going to take a quick minute break. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 7th here at Harry and David Field. Medford Mustangs needing 3 runs to win this game, 2 to tie it and send it to extras. We'll be right back after this.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
All right, baseball fans, this is what crazy moments are made of right here. 8-6, bottom of the 7th here at Harry and David Field. Medford Mustangs trail by 2 after a couple crazy innings this game. It'll be Mason Snopel, Freeman Roundtree, and Ryan McFall coming to the plate for sure this inning. Snopel takes strike 1 for Mason Christian. The Mustangs started their week 3-0, hoping to make it 4-0. But after a bad swing from Snopel, he's now down 0-2. Christian delivers the 0-2. Up high for a ball. Fouled off. Snopel just barely getting it off the end of the bat. John King needing Snopel to get on here. 1-2. Almost looked like he accepted that might be strike 3 and he was going to walk back to the dugout. But it's a 2-2 pitch here. 2-2 from Christian. High. And after going down 0-2, Snopel works to a full count. Three-two. Off the outside corner. That was just off there. Christian frustrated there, hoping to get the backwards K there. Just off the plate to the ump.
Walk number 3.
So walk number 3, and could not come at a worse time. With the leadoff man, a speedy Blake Snopel now at first base. Freeman Roundtree at the plate now. That'll be ball 1.
It only only thing is, with Christian kind of struggling a little bit with his command, just don't get up there and be too happy. Work a count, find your pitch,
Roundtree drills it down the right field line, and that will land fair. Snopel booking it around, and they are going to send him home. Mustangs will make it an 8-7 ball game, and Roundtree runs into third for a triple. Huge play there by Roundtree, and now the tying run is just 90 feet from home. With no outs. And the Lab Rats bullpen is active now. Multiple guys going. They just sent down number 23, Luke Lucas. But they are going to leave. It looks like they are going to leave Christian in for the time being. And now they are going to let the Speedy McFall hit, who represents the winning walk-off run. I mean, and Joe, for Lydo's Lab, you're in a terrible situation here. Not only do you have somebody who's super fast coming to the plate, but you also have the top of the lineup on deck now.
Yeah, you're going to have to face the heart of the Mustangs order. McFall hitting down here at the bottom. He's been getting the job done every opportunity he gets this year. We got
take strike one there.
The corner's in, and the middle infield is in just a little bit. Not all the way on the grass. But they're trying to cut off that bunt and the small ball that the Mustangs have already shown they're willing to play.
McFall takes strike two. But for McFall, though, he just needs a little looper to the outfield. And that is going to loop out to right field, down, and it's going to get past the right fielder. McFall is booking it. He's around second. He's around third. Ball's at the wall, and they are going to send him home. Oh, and he held him up.
No, he tripped. He tripped.
Oh, he tripped at third. The Mustangs were going to send him home, and he tripped rounding third. But the Mustangs have now tied it in a crazy series of events, with the winning run now just 90 feet away. And Cade Pedersen at the plate.
And the coach and me, yes, we want that out. Dive. This can go both ways depending on who you are, what side you are.
Yeah.
If you keep that ball in front, he should have tried to make the play, as we've had that conversation up here in the box previously this week. The coach and me, though, in this situation particularly, there's no outs. You keep that ball in front of you, and McFall is on first base.
Absolutely. But
who
now
cares about the tie ball game?
Exactly.
That's fine. The run scores. You are not laying out for a ball.
Yeah.
That if it gets by you, the winning run is in scoring position. You have to have the mindset there to let it drop in front of you, keep the runner at first base, keep the double play in play, and give your team an opportunity to at least try to force extra innings.
1-1 count here to Cade Pedersen. Well, not only is he not on first, but now he's on third where a wild pitch can score him.
Or a pop
fly ball
shallow.
To shallow left. And they will not send McFall. All right, so now for Lydo's Lab, they can kind of take a momentary breath, get one out.
Number 14, Brady Patterson.
Brady Patterson coming to the plate now. And Lydo's Lab is letting Christian stay in the game here. And, Joe, you just mentioned the small ball moments ago, but it looks like they may be willing to test it here to win this game, even with the infield in.
I think
he offered up there.
I think that just moves the infield in a little bit more and gives you an opportunity to sneak a hit through the infield. I think it's just a strategic little mind game there. Show the bunt the first one. Show, hey, maybe we're willing to do it. Brings the infield in just a little bit more. And now it doesn't even take a really hard hit ball to get through one of the holes.
Yeah. And Brady Patterson, who's entering his senior year at North Medford, looking to win the game here for the Mustangs. Now in a 2-1 count. That Mustangs dugout is fired up. They are looking for a massive walk-off win here. And that will bobble past the shortstop, and that will be a walk-off win for your Medford Mustangs. Brady Patterson gets it past the shortstop, Colin Fierro, for an incredible 9-8 victory. This game was crazy. Lydo's Lab arguably probably thought they had this game in the bag, up 8-3, and that is just when disaster struck. I'm almost at a loss for words at the moment. So the Medford Mustangs will improve to 4-0 this week. They have 2 more games in the Coach K Memorial Classic this weekend. They will play tomorrow at 7 as well. We'll have that game for you here on Table Rock Sports. They will take on Salem WellCare. And then they will play on Sunday at 11:30 in the morning against Southern Oregon Baseball. So let me just, if you joined us late, let me just take you through everything that happened here. So, the Medford Mustangs had 10 hits, 9 runs, 19 runs in their last 2 games they've played. Errors were ultimately the downfall here for Lydo's Lab. Playing a super clean game, and then absolute disaster in the 5th inning. After scoring 6 runs in the top of the 5th, going up 8-3, they come back around and make 3 errors, allowing 3 runs, allowing Medford to get back into the game, make it an 8-6 ball game. But ultimately, Joe, and we talked about it, errors aside, I think you really have to credit small ball for why Medford won this game.
The small ball brought them back into the ball game early. 3 straight bunts netted them 2 runs, and that kept Lydo's Lab on their toes later in the game. It made them play defensively a certain way, which I had just said it before, that brought the infield in even just a little bit more. A not very hard hit ball. Is able to get through. Yeah, maybe the shortstop there should have made the play, but the situational defense was there because of the way that the Mustangs had played earlier in the game. And, credit the Mustangs. They just never gave up the fight in this game. They could have put their heads down and said, hey, we got a doubleheader tomorrow. Let's go get it. But they kept battling. Lydos made some mistakes, and the Mustangs made them pay.
Yeah, so let's walk through pitching really quick. Dominic Daffron, pretty solid outing until the last inning or so that he struggled. 7 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned, 4 strikeouts, along with 3 walks. He ended up with a no decision. Jake Lewis, though, story on the mound coming down the stretch for the Medford Mustangs. 2 2/3, just 3 hits, only allowing 1 earned run. but 6 strikeouts. That was by far the story. And the biggest part of that, like I mentioned, was the top of the 7th, back-to-back-to-back, 3 straight strikeouts to get them on and off the field super quick, to get them back in the batter's box and keep that momentum going on the offensive side. Meanwhile, for the Lab Rats, Kevin Carrieri, 4 innings pitched. He also ended up with a no decision, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 5 strikeouts for the Oregon commit, just 1 walk. Mason Christian, the right-handed pitcher who's entering his senior year at Willamette, will end up with the loss. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 6 runs. But Joseph, this is the big part. Just 2 of them earned. And that's because of those 3. He issued 3 walks. You had the 3 errors in that 1 inning. That was the brutal part of that. And then on the offensive side for the Mustangs, Snopel went 2 for 3. Austin went 2 for 4. Both McFall brothers had a triple. Roundtree had a triple. Patterson, Austin both had doubles. So 5 huge, honestly, game-changing extra base hits for the Mustangs.
Yeah, they've got they're a tough out. The Mustangs are. They one after another come up to the plate, and you can expect them to get a hold of the baseball, put it in a gap, put it down the line, and they have a lot of extra base hits in them, and not a lot of home run power. A couple of guys have hit a few, but they're a team where they are going to make you work to beat them. It showed here tonight. McFall has been hot. Both McFalls. Ryan McFall and the opportunities he's getting, he's now 10 for 20. He's hitting 500, and he's got probably now over a 600 on-base percentage for the season, or right at it still. And, his brother in the last week has just been on a tear. They're a team that, they're going to have a really good opportunity in the state tournament next week, and I think they're going to have a good opportunity in regionals too. And I forget who they have tomorrow, but they better be ready.
Yeah, they will have Salem Wellcare, who arguably struggled today, losing their first game 29-0. So tomorrow could be a very interesting game for the Medford Mustangs as they look to improve to 3-0 in the Coach K Memorial Classic, 5-0 in the week.
It'll be interesting to see how the Mustangs approach that game against Salem, because they haven't looked very strong. They lost 29-0 today. It'll be interesting to see how they approach it as far as pitching and defensively and with their lineup in general. If they try to get some guys some opportunities that haven't had many, maybe somebody new getting up there on the mound that has only pitched a few innings this season. So I'm kind of excited, to see maybe the possibility of some guys doing things that they haven't got many opportunities to.
Yeah, some guys shining that haven't gotten the chance to this season, especially ahead of the state tournament, which will be here in Medford, as well as the regional tournament. So we're about to sign off. Like I said, tomorrow night they will have the Salem Wellcare Dodgers at 7 o'clock. We will have that game here for you on TableRockSports.net. But for now, today's game ends 9-8 in favor of Medford on your John L. Scott scoreboard. We will be back with another edition of your Lithia Superstore Game of the Night tomorrow night here at Harry and David Field as the Coach K Memorial Classic continues. For Joseph Barrett, I'm Dylan Foster. We are signing off for the night. We hope you join us tomorrow. We have a great night.